Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll play more Hogwarts Legacy. Let's start with meeting up with Poppy Sweeting.
Map. Blue Flames locations. Exit. Hogsmeade World Map. The Highland. Hogsmeade
Once
Map.
again, I want to thank you all for watching all my Hogwarts Legacy videos.
West Forbidden Forest.
I really appreciate that.
I've been here.
Lumos. Triangle but depulso. Force. Repels many types of Levioso. R2 button.
Good footsteps. Don't think you're going to get out of this alive. Might want to look up.
What a beautiful night or early morning view.
Pay for your deed. Death from above. Expulsion. Quite conductive of expulsion. 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 More of that. Might want to look up. Expulsion. What are you folks on?
Is Halloween all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Hi, Poppy, sweeting.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poachers' best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Your secret's safe with me.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way. A centaur. Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
It's a
Please, we
centaur.
don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious. That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water. This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left?
Who knows?
Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. Pelts. Poor beasts. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Now to return to Poppy.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here, all sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures, though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say.
Lumos, triangle disillusionment.
Let's get a better lay of the land.
Might I remind everyone that a widowed shaman rule is in mind. Perhaps best to shun that which leads it astray. What was that?
Utility allows you to see in dark areas or solve puzzles that require extra light. R2 button, expel your miss. Damage. Disarms wands and weapons from most enemies who wield them. Also deals damage to all enemies, even if they do not carry a weapon. R2 button. Hold to assign. Circle button.
What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
Lumos. Utility. Reparo.
Reparo.
Now to fix the bridge.
Lumos. R2 triangle.
Now to enter the tent.
What in Merlin's name? Are those dragons? It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now. And the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers worry Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word.
This tent has captured dragons. We have to free them.
The Centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. Poachers are far too greedy to run fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most guys who really fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
They say we go too far. The violence is going against what we want. Why spread this out longer than necessary?
Boom!
Did you hear those goblins? Ranrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite a fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even up, shall we? Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. Can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
At least they have apples.
Left stick. Move green spark. Right stick. Move red spark. Circle button. Back. Square button. Auto solve.
Right, I have the egg. Ready.
The elements of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Careful! Ranrock will want his burning back.
Triangle button. Also. Expel art. 25. Collections. 1. Conjurations. Appearances. Unknown. Enemies. Ashwinder Scout. These unscrupulous poacher executioner. These wizards have mastered the ability to conjure huge columns of fire to incinerate threats, but it is as dangerous to their own gang as it is to their opponents. Disarming them with Expelliarmus as they prepare to cast their fire spell will cause them to lose control of the spell with self-destructive effects. Slowing down these wizards with Arresto Momentum while they are conjuring fire will keep the fire raging longer, providing an appropriate the Riparian Troll. Misunderstanding a common wizard gesture, this troll rampaged through a small hamlet east of Venomous Spurrier. When these spiders begin to burrow, Flipendo will rip them out of the ground, dealing massive damage. Venomous Shooter. These spiders prefer to attack from a distance, spitting acidic Venomous Matriarch. This monstrosity rears up as it is about to strike. Pensive scented Thornback Matriarch. This monstrosity rears up as it is about to strike its target with a powerful bite that breaks through. Unknown. You have yet to discover this. Keep exploring. Thornback Spurrier. Wall-type Acromantula. Though not technically a spider, this beast appears and behaves like other wand handles. Wand handles you enemies. Level, inventory. Triangle button. Assign top. Defendo. Impulso. Agio. Force. Impulso. R2.
Bless me. of a fire tornado.
Shall we finish what we started? Oh, 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 right.
Triangle button.
Let's go free the dragon.
Force. R2 button.
May have been a bad idea. I suppose we'll find out.
The dragon just ate him.
This way.
That was close. We escaped the tent.
That was a Hebridean black. I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon. I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Let's get out of here. What should we do with the
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
Let's get out of here.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Quest complete. Fire and Vice. Kind of like Fire and Ice.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Map, the Highlands. Quests. Hole. Prepare for your search for the next key. Professor Weasley's assignment. I need to find the field guide page for the book Intermediate Transfiguration in the library, as well as the field guide page about the underground harbor. Collect the field guide page in the underground harbor. Collect the field guide page from the book on intermediate Professor Garlick's sweeping the competition. Professor Weasley's assignment. I need to find the field guide page for the book Professor Garlick's assignment 2. Professor Weasley's assignment. I need to cash in the castle. The ghost of our full of the dead. Deep mark the cash in the castle map. The Highland map. No Forbidden Forest. Enemy Pub South Hogwarts Pubs Merlin Jackdaw's Tomb. Northeast North Hogwarts region.
There's still a lot. It's huge.
Triangle button.
Explosives!
Triangle button. Select flying mount. 1.
Are you even trying?
Triangle 3. Triangle 6. 6.
Professor Garlick's second assignment has been completed.
Triangle
Sweet.
button. Lumos. Utility. Triangle Glacius. Control.
Teaching in school these days. This is a battle to see if they're a channel.
Survive longer than expected.
Map. The Highlands. North Fork. The Highland. Quests. Professor Garlick's assignment 2. I should return cross button. Level. Map. The Highlands. North Fork. The Highlands. Hogsmeade map. The Library Annex. Hogwarts. Greenhouses.
Now to talk to Professor Garlick.
Map. The Grand Staircase. The Magnificent Staircase of Hogwarts. Cross button. Wait. Map. Blue Flames location quests. Professor Weasley's assignment. I need to find the cross button. Professor Dark map. Blue Flames locations. Hogwarts. Collection. The library. The Great Hall. Hogwarts. Viaduct Courtyard.
And I hope you all have been doing good. To the underground harbor.
So this This is the underground harbour.
Revelio.
The Grey Lady. I'd say hello, but she doesn't seem particularly social.
Found it.
Underground harbor. Guide pages. Located deep beneath the viaduct courtyard is the landing for boats delivering first-year students.
Revelio.
Map. Blue, the grand staircase. Hub. Professor cross button. Untrack quest. Triangle level. Talents. Quests.
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we've rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
On a slide! You must try it!
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
Revelio.
Immediate transfiguration.
Professor Weasley asked me to get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
Quizzes can be fun.
That could be fun.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid. Just a few questions and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
The golden snuggery. The golden snidget.
The Golden Snidget.
Correct. The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Felix Felicis.
Felix Felicis.
Well done. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organised competitions.
What did you say?
The tale of the three brothers
Good
involves
luck on your
rich magical
appointment.
artifacts.
The Founder's Relics. The Deathly Hallows. Horcruxes.
Horcruxes.
No, the answer was the Deathly Hallows. According to Beadle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consist of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection
That was
Stone,
just my father
and the
telling you
Cloak
that
of
he is going
Invisibility.
to his dentist
Which ball in
appointment.
Quidditch is the largest?
The Snitch. The Bludger.
The bludger.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer was the quaffle. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of three hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded
Sorry,
10
Dad.
points. True or false? Polyjuice Potion allows the drinker to change species.
True. False. True.
True. Actually, the answer was false. While Polyjuice Potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I can ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
Not now.
I don't have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know if you change your mind. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Ophelia ought to make quick work of this.
Book on Intermediate Transfiguration. Guide pages. This book is designed to help guide the student who wishes to pursue more complicated types of transfiguration.
Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
Now to go to Professor Weasley. Hi, Kitty.
You can advance time by accessing the map and pressing R3 button. Map. Blue Flames locations. Wait. You can advance time by accessing the map and pressing R3 button.
That was an owl that passed by.
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
Now to learn the transformation spell. Wow! It turned into a butterfly.
Beautifully done. Class is dismissed. And remember, now is not the time to ease off your studying. OWLs will be here before you know it.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed, and frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
The assignments have helped.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you can brew an impressive Endurance potion. Hopefully you won't need it anytime soon, but it is a valuable potion to have when it is needed.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the woovers of your extracurricular activities. Was your visit to the kitchens and the Hogsmeade graveyard with Nick to bribe a ghost for information connected in any way to Professor Fig?
No. Yes.
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can in an effort to complete my field guide.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
Thanks, Professor Weasley.
If you wish to practice the spell you just learned, the training dummy is available.
Lumos. Trapart.
Wow.
I see you were paying close attention to my demonstration of the transformation.
Rebellion.
Awesome. I reached level 26.
As I listened to you, something dawned on me about the triptych. Maybe the overlook. Just north of
Partial transfiguration. Guide pages. This partially transfigured teacup, likely the soon-to-be reversed error of a second year, serves as a cautionary tale for those students who do not take seriously the complexities and dangers of transfiguration.
I'll explain.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
I remember Armide mentioning something about gobbledygook.
Map. Blue Hogsmeade map. The library annex. Hogwarts. Collection. Library. Greenhouses. Map. Blue. The Grand Quests. Professor Garlick's assignment 2. I should return. Cross button. Level. Collections.
Hi, Professor
Perhaps a
Garlick.
hybrid. I finished the activities you assigned me, Professor Garlick. Wonderful. I hope you gained a greater appreciation for the flora in our lives. I am forever enraptured by it. Just yesterday, I spent hours pruning my self-fertilizing shrubs and flutterby bushes. Didn't realize how long I'd been at it until the sun began to set. Well, if there's one thing I love to see more than my plants thriving, it's one of my students doing the same. Now, ready to learn Flipendo? Chin up, keep a light grip, and it's all in the wrist. Let's see you give it a go. You will want to focus with this spell. Nothing as mortifying as knocking back a colleague when all you wanted to do was move a few parts.
Flipendo has been
Wonderfully
learned.
done.
The
If you want to
Spellmaster
practice
Trophy
it,
earned.
you're welcome to do
Sweet!
so here in the greenhouse. Just mind the plants, please.
Triangle button. Flipendo. Art.
Look at that. You're a natural.
Do not back jinx. Flipendo, like Accio, is a force spell capable of dispelling violet shield charms by flipping targets upside down. Map. Blue Flames locations. Quests. A dragon debrief. After rescuing a dragon from the clutches of the poacher pack, in the shadow of the mine, Sebastian is waiting near the entrance to the overlook. It's old gobbledygook. Lockgok has asked me to meet him at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts and asked that I mum's the word. Natty believes that her mother, Professor Onai, may have discovered what we've been up to. She hopes that her mother will go easier on her if I end it. Cross button.
Now let's talk to
Collections.
Natty's mother.
The greenhouse won't keep itself in order without a nudge from me.
Can't seem to know.
So frustrating. You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
That's incredible. How did you become an animagus?
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
That's incredible.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
Perhaps your mother is right. We can't allow.
We're making good progress. We can't quit now.
I agree. I have never considered quitting, even for a moment. You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
And now Natty is behind bars. The big house. The lockup. Grounded by her mother.
Level 26. Circle button. At map. Quests. All. It's all gobbledygook. Logok has asked me to meet him at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts and asked that I cross button. Level. Talents. Map. Blue Flames locations. Hogsmeade map. World map. The Bell Tower wing. The Astronomy wing. Hogwarts. Sharp defense against the dark Transfiguration courtyard. Defense against Charms classroom.
Anything? She was humming again.
Oh, that's why I'm so bothered. I knew I'd heard it somewhere.
Revelio.
Anna's getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the Catacomb.
Hello there.
Hi, Emmett.
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. Well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Serena's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Serena trusts him, then I feel much better.
Let's head to the mine, then. How well do you know gobbledygook?
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Let's head to the mine, then.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Revelio.
Astronomy telescope. Guide pages. This telescope is the finest stargazing instrument of its kind, perfect for viewing the moon and the stars and anything else one might find. Map. Blue Flames locations. World map. The South Hogwarts Valley. Enemy level. The Highlands. Troll control. The Hogwarts Valley. South Sea. Northern South Sea Bog.
Rebellion.
Looks like we're getting closer to the mine. A beautiful evening sky.
I should investigate.
Lumos. Triangle. Levioso. Control. Glacius. Control. Freezes enemies, increasing the damage they defendo. Damage. Defendo. Depart.
What are you up to now? A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here.
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Earthbot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
But you had no choice.
How else did he expect Goblin Kind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Picard, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Cock. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it.
I can, Sir Lord Cock.
Just Lord Cock. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
We're ready. Can you tell me more about the door?
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
We're ready.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
We should cast Disillusionment.
Lumos. YouTube dissolute triangle but R2 button.
The door is looking at us.
Books really prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected. I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
I shall light a fire to proceed.
still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
Pretty cool, right?
Utility. Triangle button. Magic R2.
I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
One less human to worry about.
We need to be careful. As I'm sure you know, not all goblins are as friendly as Loglock, to say the least.
He's coming back this way. What's that shit?
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word. We're being watched by a door. We won't get through as long as we can be seen by that eye.
Trump Lumos.
Looks like we'll need disillusionment again.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
Triangle button. Goodbye.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here somewhere.
Revelio.
schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
One less human to worry. You are much fun in
Triangle button. Also, and R2.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed. If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here. Let's go!
Utility. Allows you to see in dark areas or solve puzzles that require extra light. R2 button. Hold to assign. Disillusionment. Utility. Causes you to blend into your surroundings, making it more difficult for others to perceive you. Perfect for sneaking or approaching enemies undetected to be able to cast Petrificus Totalis. R2 button. Hold to assign. Circle button.
Those goblins are pretty strong.
Stay close. The time will watch was.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected. schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
Lumos, triangle patchy part.
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Yikes!
Not an entanglement we need right now.
Triangle button. Disillusionment. Lumos. You are
Lumos.
Lumos. Defendo. Damage. Triangle button. Incendio. Confirm R2.
Such arrogance. Number of lines coming back this way. This is where you will fail.
That should be the last of them, I'll eat.
Timeless disillusionment again.
combos. Utility. Allows you to see in dark areas or solve puzzles that require extra light. R2 button. Hold to assign. Circle button. Back. Triangle R. Circle button. Back.
Bigger than this mine could contain. Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found. There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps.
It's the elevator.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
Can we please talk about what just happened?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
Now let's talk to Lodgok. Lodgok, I mean.
They're building enormous drones. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who'd set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead, she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fick's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lockhart, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragball's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragball at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I would find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Map, Hogwarts Valley, Coast, Hogwarts Valley, quests. 4. In the shadow of time. I received an owl from Sebastian telling me he has a lead on a relic that could help Anne. Meet Sebastian at the catacomb, in the shadow of the in the shadow of time. Cross button. A dragon debrief. After rescuing in the shadow of time, a dragon.
Next, let's talk to Poppy.
20 quests. Map. The Highlands. Coast, Hogwarts Valley. The Highlands. Lower Hogs, North the Highlands. Hogsmeade Valley, Hogsmeade. North the Highlands. Hogsmeade, the old Zonko's joke shop. South.
On another adventure, are we?
We are the three broomsticks.
The Three Broomsticks. Dive pages. Currently run by Sir Ryan, and allegedly as old as Hobbs.
Folks still talk about you taking down that troll in the village circle. You certainly made an impression.
This is a change of pace from our last outing. Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
We should check on her.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
It's to do with Renrock.
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a port key that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Pardon me, but were you saying something?
Oh, hello. Talking to myself. I'm Clementine Williamsey. Charmed. I was musing on the precious butterflies I see near the edge of the forest. Whenever I come near, they fly off into it. When I was at Hogwarts, we truly were forbidden from entering the forest. Told horrible stories about it, and I've had an irrationally intense fear of it ever since. It's silly, but I'm insatiably curious as to where the butterflies go in the forest. You couldn't possibly find out, could you?
You want me to follow the butterflies?
I do, yes, if you wouldn't mind.
I'll think about it. What did you...
What were the horrible stories you were told about the Forbidden Forest?
Oh, goodness, everything from students being mysteriously beheaded to terrifying spider dens. Oh, trust me, you hear that at 11 years old, it sticks with you.
I'll think about it.
Very well. If I have time, I shall see where they lead.
Oh, how kind. Students these days have so much more courage than I ever did. You can usually find me right around here. I hope to see you soon. Don't forget, the butterflies always seem to be on the fringes of the Forbidden Forest. Good luck.
Thanks, Clementine. Let's find the butterflies in the Forbidden Forest.
Hogwarts, look downwind and get north of Merlin, past north-south Hogwarts Route, follow the Highlands, follow the butterflies, the Highlands.
That reminds me of Follow the Spiders from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
There they are. She wasn't making it up. Well, we've come this far. Miss Willetsey might get an answer about these butterflies.
Let me outside.
Oh well, look what we have
Follow the
here.
butterflies Chelsea earned. Sweet!
Map. South North Hogwarts region. Enemy level 5 to 20. Hogsmeade Valley. Hogsmeade map. Hogsmeade. Collection chest. South.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind. Oh, please tell me you have an answer for me about the butterflies.
Hello, Miss Willinsey.
Well, what happened? Did you find them?
Yes. And I was well rewarded.
They led me into the forest and revealed a treasure.
Oh, how lovely! I'm glad you were rewarded for your efforts. Perhaps one day I'll be able to bring myself to go into the forest. For now, I'm happy simply knowing there's something so lovely to see, should I dare. Revelio.
For helping to save the village from those trolls.
Revelio.
Lumos. Long triangle R2. Map. Hogsmeade. Collection chests. 0 out of 5. World quests. All in the shadow of time. Cross button. Level 26. Quest map. Hogsmeade. Madam Snap Hogwarts Dogweed and Deathcap. But North South Hogwarts Valley. Enemy level. South the Highlands. Feldcroft region. The Highlands. The Highlands. Irondale. Hogwarts Valley. Northern.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
I see the ocean.
Fascinating, truly fascinating. Wish I had the energy. You'll enjoy your time in Irondale.
Absolutely shameless. I wish I'd paid more.
I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you know what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin. Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before.
Up for a bit of dying, are we?
Not much further to Sebastian.
Oh, nice to see you here. Ah, isn't the sea air refreshing?
You're here. Good.
Hi, Sebastian.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the students, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
Let's explore the catacomb. Was there...
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
Let's explore the
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't, I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
Student report: the catacomb assignment yielded more than I'd imagined. Learning about our ancestors was illuminating. However, I stumbled upon something else I could not ignore. In an area behind the great room which had suffered decay, amid the turned-over sarcophagi.
I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb. I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success.
Now let's find the relic.
On nerve just yet.
Spider!
Leviosa Depulso. R2.
At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Spiders aren't interested.
Don't start.
Lumos Triang Patchy Park.
Opening all of these is tempting.
Confine them.
Lumos Triangle Button. Crucio. Unforgivable Curse.
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd.
There's something here.
Lumos Triangle Red Park.
Prepare it.
Lumo Triangle Button. Levios Park. I foolishly mentioned the relic in my report and was reminded to leave it where it lay. But research must come before my fealty to the rules. I sensed something about this relic. I was told that those chosen by English oak once had powerful intuition. I believe it.
What did you find?
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return to the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced the space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades. I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
I'll get started.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones standing on the side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or, in this case, no bone.
The student mentioned bones as the key. Therefore, bone piles must be what we need.
Repair.
Lumos. Utility. Levioso. R2 button. Incendio. Link.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Lumos. Utility.
We're in a tomb. I assume the sounds come with the territory.
Lumos. Utility. Depulso. Levios.
Therefore, bone piles must be what we need.
Lumos. Defindo. Depulso.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Level. Quests. Quests. Bolt sweeping poached egg. In the shadow of time. The student mentioned that bones would be the key to getting past this barricade. In an ancient catacomb like this, I'm sure I can find plenty of bones to use. Find a way through the barricade. Requirements. Suggested level. 17. Rewards. Imperio. Cross button. Abandon quest. Circle button. Back. Level. Talents.
Wingardium Leviosa.
That's a lot of learning, I think.
Lumos.
Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You've done it.
The
How did you
barrier
get
is
through?
gone.
I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
Before we trudge on further, I just realised something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
I prefer not to learn the Imperious Curse, yes.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Lumos. Utility. Allows you to see in dark areas or solve puzzles that require extra light. R2 button. Hold to assign. Imperio. R. Lumo. Triangle. Cruise. R.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How great is
Lumos. Truck. Link up. R. Triangle. R.
Wingardium Leviosa.
I try. This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols.
Level. 26.
I'm gonna have to go do
Simple
some
button.
chores. Thank you all so much for watching. Toodaloo!